Let in a little joy.
Let in a little joy.
Let in a little light.
Let in a little light.
Know every little thing, every little thing gonna be alright. What's the best that could happen? Clear the room for dancing. Let in a little joy. Let in a little light. On Sunday night we play in love and do.
And you. Hi, everybody. It's so sweet to be back with you this week.
It's so wonderful to be with you and anchoring in love deeper and more true and more fierce and more mighty than ever.
Feeling the expansion of compassion and grace and mercy and kindness and the infinite embrace of love.
What it really means to be royalty, royalty of the heart, of the spirit, of humanity, what it really means to be a king, right? And that's typically refers to the masculine, to men, right? And so tonight we're talking about the opposite of toxic masculinity and what it really means to be a king in this world.
And we've known some kings, and we do know some kings, and they exist on this earth.
And they model that true heart behavior of not dominating, but protecting, uplifting even, nurturing and caring for community.
Tending and mending. And so tonight we're honoring a very dear king among men, dearly beloved brother of our hearts, Tom Nelson, who got his wings this week.
Such a precious soul. You know him. He was a big presence in this life.
Larger than life. Leaves such a unique size hole in our hearts and everybody's hearts that knew him.
And he was a true king among men because although we saw things differently politically, on some things, he always listened, and he never pushed me away or ostracized.
In
or
fact,
othered.
he did the opposite. He kept expanding his heart to embrace us and as a couple when things that he believed in, his religious beliefs told him otherwise, to embrace the trans community, to embrace people who thought and believed differently than him.
Well, because let's talk about what that means to be a king. And you think of someone who's incredibly strong and resilient and protective.
And a good leader.
And so he had enough strength of character and in his heart to, in the middle of Bible study, slam his fist down on the Bible and say, I don't give a god darn what this book says. I know two girls that love each other, and I know that love is pure. And so he could think for himself and to think with his heart.
Yeah, and then to go on
such strength and courage.
Yeah, and go on from there and help. I just remember a great story of a good old boy, a friend of his, whose son came out to him, and Tom helped this man embrace his son, helped him retain relationship. You know, these are the kings among men like Tom Nelson,
who was a wonderful father as well. And I know he had a checkered past, and that's also what makes him a true king, because he was able to heal himself, forgive himself for where he had failed and allowed fear and hatred in his heart, and truly sought to have the heart of Christ, of Jesus, and be forgiving of himself and others. And I just want to honor and acknowledge what an incredible symbol and embodiment of a loving male leader in the spirit, in the heart, and in community looks like. And it was Tom Nelson. And we want to sing this song in honor of him being not just an incredible father and superman to his own children, but to everyone he encountered talk about having a daddy. Some people want to have a daddy dictator. They want to have a daddy who will tell them what to do and control and put and tower over. Well, he was a healthy, good, nurturing, uplifting daddy. And that's the kind of daddy that we want to call up and call in.
The best daddies and the best leaders are those who lead by example, who are the way showers in this world, so that they are so inspiring that you want to rise up and meet them there. And so we honor you, Tom. We love you.
I love you so much, Dottie. We love you. Here's a song for the unsung hero, man who don't need fortune or fame to make them proud. He earns his respect with fairness and heart. His honor and integrity set him apart. He's a king among men, a man of his word, always willing to help another. His favorite part, the end of the day, he's coming home to his kids to play. So consistently, nothing comes before his family. He's the boss all day, after work, coach, dad, trying to give the love that he never had. Makes his little girls feel special, makes his boy always win. No one will listen, you can talk to him. Tells the best stories when he tucks them in at night. Summer makes him feel that everything's gonna be alright. So if you're looking for Superman, now that the good guys were gone with John Wayne, here's to the heroes who seldom get praised. Fathers best that they can. Men who earn the name theirs. Yes, fathers that do very best that they can. Men who earn the name theirs.
We love you, Tom. Thank you, brother. Love you, Dottie.
Love you so much. We want to just take some time for all of us to send Dottie some love right now. Surround her with your loving tenderness and nurturing hearts.
We promised Tom we would embrace her and surround her, and so Bliss family, we call you up to reach out and show your love like you're doing. And Dottie, we've got you, honey. And I want to honor Tom as a husband too. He was so devoted, so loyal, so loving, just absolutely in love with you, Dottie. And it was a beautiful thing to witness your 23 years together. I was talking to Dottie yesterday, and I realized that we got to experience most of their love affair, and I feel so honored to be a witness to that. You know,
What a gift, a true gift from God, you know. And we feel our loss, we feel the deep, empty presence that he filled, but it's not empty because it's full of so many stories and laughter and hugs and just the presence of our beloved. And so
and graciousness and the inspiration to carry forward, you know, to be a Tom Nelson in this world. And
that's right.
yeah.
And so a lot of what we're looking at, and a lot of, what Tom healed, I believe, in this life was that kind of the dark side of masculinity that we're also faced with right now as a country, and we're all a part of that. It's not just not even obviously just men. It's that part of ourselves that is trying to control, or that presence of greed.
And the shadow of fear.
And the shadow of fear and the presence, and greed is just the fear of not having enough.
Yeah, it all goes back to
of
fear.
not having enough power, right? It all goes back to fear. But there's a real divide between the haves and the have-nots right now.
More than ever.
More than ever. And we're really the veil has been lifted on the face of the heart of greed, on the soul of greed. And there are very few people trying to hold power and control over money, weapons, everything.
And not just in this country, this impacts the entire planet.
So there's a blackout on February 28th where we don't purchase anything, and if you can, you can stay home from work and really not spend a dime. Is what the goal of it is to show them the power that the people have, and we have great, tremendous power, especially when we show up as a mighty kindness, as a unified front of love and presence for and with each other, we the people, by, of, and for the people, as opposed to the few, the 1%, the very few oligarchs and wealthy who want to stay as kings. They literally want to be kings. Trump has posted a picture of himself as with a crown on, calling himself a king several times. And we don't have kings in America. We have, this is a country formed by the people. And so...
Well, and because, and just to explain the reason we don't, is because we elect our officials. We vote. We choose. And so, the majority of this country did not vote this way. And so he doesn't have a mandate. And so therefore he's not a king in that regard. And so, yes, while we recognize and
the only
understand
mandate
that
he has is with Elon Musk.
Is and with people who did vote for him.
They're mandating.
Oh my gosh, you
It's
did
a joke.
not
I
do
did.
that.
I did.
She did that.
Well, as this song says, it's time for the haves to meet the have-nots, give a little of what they got. We need to tax the rich, make them pay their fair share, and that will cover all the costs. You know what? Oh, there's just so much to say, y'all. I'm not even going to get started.
Yeah,
but we have to stand with the workers. They only take up, all of the federal workers only make up 4% of our federal budget. This is ridiculous. This is an attack on the people. Our Medicaid, Medicare, Department of Education, it's only 3%.
The list goes on and on and
3%.
on. So many people are being impacted, and the point is that the power and the wealth are in the hands of a few. And I just wanted to ask you to ask yourself on a personal level, if you had billions and billions of dollars, would you be able to stand taking away school lunches from children because they can't go to public school anymore, and those 2 meals that they get a day are mostly what they get to eat all day? I know most of you watching, and I know the answer is no. So the idea is that, you know, that it's in the hands of a few, but there are more of us, and we have a heart to care and share with everyone. And so we shake the devil.
Shake the devil of greed. In his hand, fine tailored suit, bloodstain on his white collar. He cut somebody's job to make a few more dollars. And man, oh that man, oh that man, oh that man, oh that man. Who's that woman you seen her on TV? Big white fortune from a company. Well, all the work was done by children making pennies. That woman, oh, that woman. It's time for the haves to meet the have-nots. Give a little of what they got. Let's kick the money changers out of the temple. It's true love, money's a root of all kinds of evil. We sold our souls for a little bit of dough. Thieves who stole from the starving. What can we do but do what we can? Faced with a choice, you're either take a stand, shaking the devil's hand, shaking the devil's hand. Bidding corporation, he thinks the golden rule means the ruling gold. That man, Lord, that man, Lord, that man, Lord, that man, Lord, that man. Who's that man with a Bible in his hand? He's charging an entrance fee to the promised land. Says, blessed all the meek, drives off in a limousine, and man, that man, Lord, that man, Lord, that man, Lord, that man, Lord, that man. It's time for the haves to meet the have-nots. Give a little of what they got. Let's kick the money changers out of the temple. It's true love of money's the root of all kinds of evil. We sold our souls for a little bit of dough. These who stole from the starving. What can we do but do what we can? You're faced with a choice, you're either taking a stand, shaking the devil. devil's head. Job security. It's more cost effective to poison the air they breathe. That woman, that woman, that woman, oh that woman. Who's that man drilling for oil in the sand? Does he have a purpose? Does he have a plan? Ransom the church for the highest price. Candy man, that man. Lord, that man. Well, it's time for the haves to meet the have-nots. Give a little of what they got. Let's kick the money changers out of the temple. It's true, love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. We sold our souls for a little bit of dough. Thieves who stole from the starving. What can we do but do what we can? Faced with a choice, you're either taking a stand, yeah, or shaking the devil's hand, yeah, shaking the devil's hand, shaking the devil's hand. Shake it down. Shake that devil, shake that devil, shake the devil, shake the devil, yeah, shake the devil. You watch this show. He's never done that before.
He wants to shake the devil, y'all.
He is feeling it. Woo. Shake that devil, honey.
Bliss got anointed right there.
Shake the devil, honey. Oh my goodness.
Good boy.
Yes.
Shake the devil. Yes. Oh my goodness. And loving ones do too.
These are dogs for democracy. That's who they are. They are dogs for democracy who are going to shake the devil. You know, we put these people on these thrones by giving them our money. We put by buying from Amazon and Walmart and all of these corporations who now control everything.
And
so we can take it away too.
By supporting the people who support others, equality, inclusion, diversity. So here's the thing. We're going to post some screens here in a second, and it'll share some places that you can support and feel good about and alternatives. And it's important to know these things. And it's literally not that big of a shift. You know, it feels like you get in the habit of shopping certain places and it's like, oh my gosh, where will I get my stuff? You know, it just is a little tiny effort to change it up. And
it's as simple as if you order from Amazon, don't order from them. Just look up the company that sells the product and order directly from them.
Just an umbrella for a lot of small companies. So you can go direct. And it will feel so good, y'all.
Well, and it should be very encouraging and inspiring and empowering because lots and lots of people are speaking up across this country. And they're making their 5 calls, 5calls.org. Every single day we've been calling them, we've been writing every day. And it's so easy, you can do this too. Now is the time for us to stand up strong and shut this down immediately. It's only going to get worse from here on out. So we've got to show our strength now. Now is the time to make those calls, to connect with people, to go to protests.
To go to town halls.
To go to town halls.
To ask for town halls, you know, and get creative in your activism. And remember, always keep it nonviolent, keep it kind,
yes.
Keep it loving, because that's just the greatest force, and that's all everybody's really wanting.
Yeah.
But it's misdirected and
yeah. This is a great opportunity. You know, we've been talking about this, that maybe this is happening so that we can see how much we love our country. We can see how much there are more of us. We love each other, yes. We can see why we love to pay taxes. Oh, it goes to make sure that we have schools and that we have our checks come in and we have proper communications and planes don't fall out of the sky. Oh, I'm happy to pay my taxes now. And also it's a veil lifted on way too much control in the hands of the super, super wealthy, and they're incredibly greedy with their wealth. And so we've got to shift that, and we've got to help them change and help them find their hearts, just like they did with the Grinch. I just keep envisioning that.
Well, that's just a great story for it, and that's how we do it. And it's, you know, and so we're going to post these screens and take a little quick screen break, and I
believe in love.
She believes in love, and I believe in love, and we love you all, and we thank you so much.
Yes, thank you
for all the. Go ahead, sweetheart. She's fired up and ready to go. I don't know if you can tell. Go ahead, honey.
No, please.
No, you tell
No,
me.
after you. I'm so sorry.
After you.
I'm
Are we going to be those little...
So rude. Yes, we're going to be the chipmunks.
The chipmunks. Well, let's just say it. We love them, and we'll be right back.
Yes.
And we appreciate you, and thank you for your gifts.
That's what I wanted to say.
And your hearts towards us as well. We're trying to show up and serve in the best and highest ways we can. Thank you for recognizing that and being here in support. We love you so much, and we're going to be right back.
And just a quick side note, Debbie's doing really well and will be released from the hospital soon, but still watching over Joey. Jenny's holding up, take care of everybody. Joey had a colonoscopy, and he's going to have another procedure to reverse his stoma.
Prayers, please, to continue for them and to see them continuing to get better. And let's pray Joey gets home, get Joey back home.
Yeah, just an update, because I know y'all been asking.
Yes,
we love you so much, and we'll be right back.
Yes.
I'm going to stop talking now.
All right, so we want to share a story that we heard in a talk by Tara Brock, a wonderful spiritual teacher that
we highly recommend you check out
goodness.
her videos. Such a good teacher.
Yes, and so one of the things that, before I read this, that I just want to point out is the way that leaders that are not coming from a place of love lead are to try to divide so that they can conquer. And so that separation consciousness, that effort to pit us against each other, to not help us recognize, instead, great leaders help us recognize that we're one, that we're one humanity, and that we're here to protect and preserve each other in this planet. And so this story I'll share with you is a myth, and it's one of the legends from the Holy Grail. And it has to do with Parsifal, a young knight on a quest. And he wanders into a very parched and devastated kingdom where nothing grows. It's a real wasteland. When he arrives at the capital, he finds the townspeople are behaving as if everything is normal. They're in a total trance. They're on automatic. And they're just acting and doing their daily activities and duties, but with no effect, really, completely in another realm. Nothing is growing. The whole place is devastated and they're dull and mechanical. And then Parsifal goes into the castle where he finds the king, who's in bed, pale and dying, like the land around him. The monarch's life is waning. Parsifal is full of questions, but he's been taught by an older knight that asking questions is improper for a knight of his rank. So he keeps quiet. And the next morning he leaves the castle to continue his journey. But the witch KINDred encounters him as he's making his way onward. And when she hears that he's visited the king, but hadn't even asked the king anything about himself, she goes into a complete rage. And she says, how could he be so callous? He could have served the king and the kingdom by only extending himself. So Parsifal turns around because he's really taking her words to heart. He goes back into the wasteland, right into the castle, and without even breaking his stride, he walks right up to the king, bends down on his knees, and with incredible gentleness, he says, "O my king, what aileth thee?" Within moments, the color returns to the king's cheeks, and he stands up, fully healed. And with that, everything comes to life. Throughout the kingdom, the people awake and talk with animation. They laugh and sing together, and they have a vigorous step. The crops begin to grow, and the grass on the hills glows with a new green of spring. Life has been renewed. That's the story. And so what happened? What happened to make that awakening possible from the trance into aliveness and vitality and presence? It was Parsifal extending himself with care to reach and touch and care and connect with another being. That is what awakens us from the trance. Connection. Sometimes the connection occurs as we learn to come back into our bodies and start really having the courage and the presence to feel the aliveness that's here. And sometimes it comes because we listen to our own hearts in a new way. And sometimes it comes because somebody reaches out to us or we reach out to them. But it is all about relationship, coming into our relatedness, realizing we are not separate, that the truth is this living web, and that we are absolutely in a belonging and interdependence. So the trauma in our life, the wounds, they all have to do with severed belonging. I'm going to say that again. The trauma in our life, the wounds, they all have to do with severed belonging. They come in our families and in our culture, ways that we in some way get split off from feeling the okayness of this body and heart, that we're okay, that we belong. We're told something is wrong. We split off, we get hurt, and it's too painful to live in our bodies and to feel the hurt. We split off because in some way the other has not been able to stay with us. What Parsifal did, bringing in his presence and his care, this is really what is needed. And so we call you up into that place of connection, to reaching out and showing your care, to serving with a heart that shares, that makes everyone feel that they belong, because that is what will break the trance. And all we got to do, it's really simple. But is it, Amy?
It's love. It's love. That's it. Somebody told me nothing new under the sun.
easier said than done.
Somebody told me, leave well enough alone. Boy, you learn the less you know. Somebody told me, too little, too late. Oh, work and no play. Somebody told me, keep busy as a bathing. Somebody told me the best things in life are free. All I got to do is love. All I really got to do is love. All I got to do is love. All I really got to do is love.
Beggars can't be choosers.
The world is filled with winners and losers. Somebody told me, try to be kind. Eye for an eye makes whole world blind. Somebody told me, keep your feet on the ground. Comes around, goes around and round and round and round and round and round and round it. All I got to do is love. All I really got to do is love. All I got to do is love. All I really got to do is love. Oh, 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 ah, ah, oh, oh, ah, ah, oh, oh. Traffic, so many things weighing on you. There's only one thing on that great big to-do list you gotta do, and that's love, love, and somebody told me
When it rains, it pours.
no.
Oh,
You know what they told me?
oh, I want to know. Do you guys want to know?
Somebody told me, if you love it, set it free.
That's right.
It'll come back to you. It was meant to be. Somebody told me, all the world's a stage and you're the star of your own play. You gotta rise up singing, you gotta rise up swinging, gotta give thanks for the day, you gotta give life its meaning. As I wake, as I work, as I walk, as I think, as I drive, as I talk, as I give, as I take, as I make, as I play, as I plan, as I pray. Wake as I work, as I walk, as I think, as I drive, as I talk, as I give, as I take, as I make, as I play, as I plan, as I pray. I do all these things, but I don't have love. What does it mean? What does it mean? All I got to do is love. All I really got to do is love. All I got to do is love. All I really got to do is love. All I got to do tonight. Love is king,
Indeed.
love is queen, love gives meaning to every little let freedom reign and let's make love king.
Amen. And let's, I think of you, Tom. What a legacy of love. Let it be said of you that you came here and you loved everyone. And you left an incredible inspiration like Tom Nelson to show up and be loving and be so lovable.
So what we want to encourage you, inspire you, challenge you to do this week. Love is king, okay? What is king? King is what rules over you, right? So let love rule over your life. Let love lead you and let love guide you. And I want you to check in and make sure that you're letting love lead you, not fear, not hate, none of those things, just love. Check in and make sure that love is your ruler, is your guide. Love is to whom you bend your knee. Love is to whom you vow your service and vow your life to be in service of. So I want you to hold a vision of what is the best that could happen right now.
Yeah.
Maybe we really could remake our country in the image of its people, not its most wealthy corporations.
And in the image of the
interests.
Creator who created all of this, like
in full beautiful diversity
in paradise,
and love.
enough for everyone.
And we do that by feeling our connection and making sure. So as you're checking in to making sure that love is leading you this week, so you're not letting fear lead you, you're not letting hate lead you, and separation. If you start to feel separation, find connection where you can. When you start to feel fear, find the love there. When you start to feel hatred, feel the compassion there.
And always it's as simple as showing up for what you're seeking, and literally it really brings you alive and it fills your vessel just to be loving and kind and especially I love doing that with strangers, like it just feels so good, doesn't it? But find as many ways as possible to do that this week and know that we love you so much.
Yes, we do. We love you. We love you. You are love.
You are loved.
You're really jamming this week.